Welcome back to our INL News at 5 o'clock. Our next story, injury in the workplace. This common practice results in the most common cause of occupational fatigue, low back pain, and lower back injuries.
That's right. Manual material handling, also known as MMH, is a term used when someone is moving or handling objects by lifting, lowering, pushing, pulling, carrying, holding, or restraining. Obviously, this kind of work can cause great strain, which leads to a lot of workplace injury. We've gone in depth to learn more about what exactly causes it and how you can prevent it. We have Tiffany Adams in the field to tell us more.
I'm here at the IRC with Cameron, where they are about to move a large load. What do you do to prepare to move such a load?
When it comes to MMH, a large part of worksite analysis is determining if the load is considered common or complex. Among other factors, a common load has a known center of gravity. It can be easily balanced and secured and doesn't pose a risk of tipping over. A complex load isn't as straightforward. The vertical center of gravity is higher than the base dimensions of the equipment you're going to use to make the move. Maybe the center of gravity is unknown or the load is difficult to handle, balance, or secure. If the load requires specialized equipment to transport, then it would also be considered a complex load.
What are some of the common hazards that you come across?
We want to be sure that nobody gets hurt. That's number one for us. Doing the MMH correctly means doing it safe. We want to be sure that nobody sustains any type of injury. If someone does get hurt, it's going to be a soft tissue injury or something ergonomics related. In order to eliminate or mitigate the hazards and risks, we remove unnecessary steps in the evolution, position ourselves closer to what we are handling, palletize, that sort of thing.
Thanks so much. Back to the newsroom.
Some really cutting-edge stuff from Tiffany in the field.
Absolutely.
Now, what if I don't want to carry stuff like that around? Does MMH include things like dollies and carts?
Oh yeah, absolutely. In fact, the more often we can use the correct tool for the job, the better. When used properly, it can alleviate strain and reduce risk to the worker.
I should get me one of those. Now, coming up after the break, can stepping on a crack really break your mother's back? Find out more when we return.
This is Bob. He is a new employee at the big shop and will be working in the tire shop. We want Bob to understand the safety culture of INL and to understand what the expectations are. Here at INL, we want everyone to go home safely. With Bob's work, there is a considerable amount of manual material handling. To reduce the frequency and severity of common injuries, we have purchased and use a couple of different carts and tools to help him with his work.
Wow, that's great. At my last job, we had a number of employees hurt their backs and shoulders lifting heavy objects. What else do you have?
We have various hand trucks, specialty carts for barrels, drums and cylinders, pallet jacks, and carts for long and awkward sized items. Each cart and truck has a special way of being used. Make sure you refer to the manual material handling guide before using a cart or hand truck.
Why do you have so many documents? At my old job, we didn't have to refer to documents to do the job. Why do I need documents to do my job?
Because each job is different, Bob, and needs different considerations in order to do it safely.
Well, that makes sense. It's nice to know I work somewhere that cares about my safety.
Welcome back. Our next story, path of travel and thresholds. Are they really that dangerous? Live at MFC, we have Juliana Walters to tell us more.
All right, Curtis, thanks. Hi, I'm here today with Audrey, and she is a manual material handler here at MFC, and she's going to attempt to take this box, put it on that dolly, and take it up this staircase behind us. Audrey, have you thought of all the things that could go wrong? Have you observed your area, gone through your travel path, thought of all your hazards?
Yes, I've done this a million times, Juliana.
Okay. Wait a minute, that box looks pretty heavy. Have you thought about ways it could get hung up on the stairs, or if it tilted and the weight shifted, and if you maybe could get hurt?
I've got this. Done it.
Okay. Wait a minute. Oh no. Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay.
Oh, it looks like I can see your supervisor over there. He'll take you to medical.
You okay?
No, I messed up my leg.
Come on, let's go.
Okay. Thank you. I'm sorry. Should have listened to you.
Wow, that looks like it really hurt. Can we learn anything from this incident?
I think we can all learn a thing or two from Audrey's mistake. It pays to assess your path of travel before moving material on stairways. For stairways, use lift designed for use on stairs. Lift equipped with safety devices that will arrest uncontrolled falls. Ensure load is properly secured or restrained. Protect adjacent equipment. Secure pedestrian access to the stairwell. Ensure that the stairs are free of tripping hazards. Ensure the right wheel type and size is being used for the stairway. Ensure personnel are out of the hazard area. Back to you, Curtis.
A stunt double might come in handy in those situations.
Absolutely.
Now, I hope Audrey's okay.
Me too. Our final story, treacherous transporting. What you can do to avoid injury when transporting material. Our very own Gabby Pickering is at SMC today. Gabby?
Hello, I'm here today with Rolando, who is a manual materials handler here at SMC. What are some good practices when using transporting equipment?
I inspect the equipment per manufacturer's instructions. Keep feet clear, walk slowly, and especially around corners, and avoid slopes, and always make sure I can see above the load.
You think people would know that? Do people really move things without being able to see?
SMC uses safe practices, and our employees are aware of this procedure, but yes, some people in the industry might so they don't have to make a second trip.
Why would there even be awkward body positions?
When you manually handle materials, sometimes to get the job done, you might have to hold a box that isn't the most comfortable position for you. We are trained, though, to consider good ergonomic practices. We always want to try to avoid manual lifting and moving if we can, and to use our transporting equipment. Remember, never lift more than 50 pounds or a third of your body weight.
Thank you for your insight on manual materials handling, Rolando. Back to the newsroom.
You know, it seems to me that the bottom line is basically to assess your load, use the right tools, and don't strain yourself.
Definitely. Use things like dollies or hand trucks. Stay aware of your surroundings and never lift anything that's 50 pounds or a third of your body weight, whichever is less.
That really makes sense.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us. Tune in tomorrow at 5 for the INL News.